Hi, this is Julia Bell. A few reminders before we begin. Today is 9/20. Remember that tonight the last of Word Chapter 2 is due. Next week, I'm going to go into Microsoft Word here, and next week Chapter 3 will be due. You have 3 graded assignments that are due, 3A, 3B, and 3 grader. Again, those are all due the 27th, exactly a week from tonight. The online class, your test will be next Friday. And you'll receive an email from me reminding you about that and saying it's open and how to access it. Your Word exam, everyone's Word exam, will be different. You won't all have the exact same exam. The exams will be grader exams, much like this one. It will be a combination of chapters 1, 2, and 3. So anything you saw on a grader in chapter 1, chapter 2, or chapter 3 will be fair game. So do keep that in mind. I'm going to look here. Remember, if you still are not downloading the starting files, they're right here for chapter 3. Each separate chapter, you have to go get new data files. I downloaded those. Those will be in my downloaded files. And I go right here, and I'll find those. Right here they are. It's the one with the zipper. You can't leave them this way. When you go to insert the files, you will need them unzipped. I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to choose Extract All. The menu popped up here, and I will just say Extract. Wonderful. They're all going to be here. You're only going to need A and B. Anything else from here on down, at this point, it is perfectly fine to get rid of them. Please do not, N-O-T, not, use these G files to do the grader. You will end up in a plagiarism situation because the ones that I need you to get are going to be in that grader download, which I'll show you. I would just take and highlight these at this point, C and forward, and just delete them. That way you won't be tempted to use those again. The unzipped one, since I've got so many files, mine comes down to here. Here's my chapter 3 data files. I don't have anything but A and B now because I just went ahead and deleted C through M because I didn't need those. All right. A couple of people are still having trouble uploading things. I think you're forgetting one step. I'm going to show you how to upload a file. Click on the assignment. Mine opened up on another screen, so I'll bring that over for you. You're going to browse. You're going to locate the correct file. I'll give you a little hint. This is not the right file. I'm just picking one that's wrong. I'm going to click Open. If you submit for grading, at this point, I get nothing. It will act like it's submitted, but I, your professor, get nothing. No file comes. You have to press Add. The file must move from here to here. Now, if you press Finish and Submit, this comes up. I get the file. How do you know I got the file? Let me show you. Close that. Here it is. The reason it says pending is A and B are hand graded by your professor. I have to go into each one of these assignments, into each person's account, and grade each one. I want to show you how you know as a student because I'm at my student account right now. I'm going to click on the triple dots for the C menu, View Submissions. I'm going to see my student submissions. It says pending for the grade. If I had 4 submissions, I would see 4 different dates and times and a grade if I had it graded yet. Again, these A and B do not grade themselves. I have to physically know they're out there, open each and every assignment for each and every student, and hand grade those. It looks like I did submit one. Hasn't been graded yet. What did I send? Let me look. It's going to open. It's opening on another screen, but I'll bring it over so you can see it. Oh, no. I sent the wrong file. I know for sure the teacher's going to give me a 0 on this one because this is not what I should have sent. But that's how you can tell what you actually submitted by clicking here and view submissions. Again, go here, click on the one you want to look at, and the file you submitted here. If you try to open this up and there's no file there, right, you click submit before you move that assignment over by clicking the add button. Let's talk about the grader one moment. Again, it popped up over here. I'm going to do start and give it a moment. I need to download the materials. Please go by the instructions here, not the ones in your book. I'll tell you why. I found a couple of things where they have changed on purpose the directions this semester, so do be aware of that. I downloaded it. I'm good. It is okay at this point to shut this window. I don't need this information up. All right. Let me go backwards. Graded assignments again, sorry. Here is your ebook. If you are using the electronic text and you didn't buy a paper book, here's the ebook. Give it a second to come up. Here's what I wanted to show you. There is a picture of each assignment that you can see what it's to look like before you submit it. Here we go. This is chapter 3. All right, there's 3A and 3B, or I can just simply go to the next page. Before you submitted 3A, you knew that it was to look like this. There was 4 pages, and this is what it's to look like. If you wanted to see what the grader assignment looks like, you can come and look at this. However, do not follow the instructions in the book. I'll tell you one great reason why on this one. We don't do the mailing labels. We have on purpose in our version of the grader taken those out. So keep that in mind. If you're listening to what I'm saying about where to get your instructions, you're now going to be a happy camper that you listen. Again, this is what it's going to look like except for no labels. We did not assign those. So you'll have this, 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 and this, but not that one. So if that helps you to know what it looks like, wonderful. All right, let me just pull the book over on another screen so you don't have to look at that. Now, we're going to work on grader. Go down here, and remember, it's in downloads. This is it. Yours, instead of the word student, will say your last name, your first name. If you're looking at this and it looks like this, if you take your mouse, go right up here between, or it's actually right to the left of the date, to get this arrow. It's up and down with the arrows going left and right. Click left on your mouse and just pull slowly to the right until you can see the entire directory or file name. I think it really helps. I'm going to right click because I've got to extract it. It's zipped. Opened up over here, and I'm going to say go. That's great. Mine is. All right. Again, I can't see the file name, so I'm going to go here, click left, and just pull slowly. Oh, this one is the instructions. Great. I'll bring the instructions up. Great. Take those over here. Now I'm going to open the starting file because it says this one is my starting file. Enable it. Very good. Give it a minute here. Great. I'm going to enable editing, and I'm ready to begin. Now you can resize these however it fits on your single screen to where if you've got a printer at home, of course you could print the instructions over here. I'm going to just use it like this, and as I do each thing, I'm going to highlight what I've done so I don't forget. Because sometimes you're at home working, the dog barks, something happens, you lose track of where you were. Okay, it says on page at the beginning of the newsletter. You need to, okay, I'm at the beginning. I need to, whoops, search online pictures using that word and insert the image. Now it says on page 1 at the beginning of the newsletter title. All right, there is the beginning. Insert online pictures, microscope. Hopefully you spell it right. Does it say which one to get? No. Pick an appropriate image. If you want a USB electronic microscope, you could do something like this. You could do a professional one. Does not matter. Just pick one. All right, I have it. Change the height to this. Click here. Here's my height. You can use the down arrow, or you can just simply type in the numbers that you want. Just take those numbers out and do what they're doing, 0.7. In other words, much smaller. There you go. A very small microscope. Okay. Change it to 0.7. I did that. Here's the thing. Sometimes people read these and go, oh, it's just one thing I do. No. This one little box, number 2, has position your cursor at the beginning, search for a picture called microscope, change the height of the picture. Now I've got to recolor that picture. And I got to change it, do a picture border. There's a lot of things that you need to know to do here. Once I get this document finished, do not change the file name. Do not. Do not share these grader files with other students. You will be marked as plagiarized or cheating because the system does tag those. And it's a tag that's not easy to take off. I get a nasty email, and then you get the notification of, it looks like your documents have been plagiarized. Person number 1 and person number 2 both get zeros. We won't discuss it. I just give you fair warning, don't do it. I'm going to close this right now and save it. We're going to pretend like I'm finished. You know I'm not. I've got several more steps to finish, but just for the sake of showing you how to submit it, I saved the instructions because I want to come back to this. I'm going to go back here to this grader number 3. Here it is. I'm going to choose Start. I'm ready to submit. Choose File. Okay. I'm going to go back to, I think it was in Downloads. Sorry, I've got a few files here. And it was this one. Okay. I want to upload. Give it a second. One more. Submit for grading. Kudos, you did it. Check. If you try to send a file that's too big, that you've done too much to it, it's going to notify you. If you try to send the wrong file, it's going to notify you. If you send someone else's file, it won't notify you. It will notify me. Looks like I've got a whopping 18% done so far. I'm on the right track, but I better not stop now. I need to finish what I was doing. Okay. Your test. When it comes time to take a test, when we first come in, you come into here. You will go into Word, and the test will appear right down here below these other modules. So do know that will come up, and you can use that. And again, the test for my in-person class, that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, your test will be the last Friday of this month. I believe that's the 29th. Yes. And for my Tuesday night class, your test will be the following Tuesday, which is going to be the 3rd. For my online class, your test will be the 29th that day. And I'll email you instructions again. The 3 different classes will have entirely different tests. And the online students, do be aware that even within your class, there will be different tests. Online students, it is not okay to use the book. It is not okay to use the internet. This is on your honor. That means I am trusting you to do the right thing. If you're not, it doesn't take too long for me to figure it out. This has been Julia Bell. Have a great week and best of luck on your exams. Hope for a lot of really great grades. And thank you so much.